Let's preview the main events for UFC 234 in Melbourne, Australia. This is event number 3 for 2019, number 3 for Melbourne, and the 466th UFC event in the promotion's history. The main event is for the UFC Middleweight Championship between the current UFC champion and first Aussie to wear UFC gold, Robert Whittaker, and the number 4 contender, Kelvin Gastelum. This is only the second time in the promotion's history that 2 Ultimate Fighter winners will compete for UFC gold. Unlike many high-profile fights nowadays, these 2 athletes haven't engaged in any smack talk, despite spending 6 weeks with one another during the filming of The Ultimate Fighter Heavy Hitters. Both Whittaker and Gastelum are former UFC welterweights, so it seems this fight was almost inevitable. Since Whittaker moved to 185 8 fights ago, he has not lost, which lands him the longest active win streak in the division. Gastelum has gone 3-1 with 1 no contest since he made the jump up. It's also been a while that we've seen both men. 245 days for Whittaker and 273 days for Gastelum. Statistically, the champ outshines the challenger, but the big noticeable alert for Whittaker fans is the knockdown ratio. Gastelum possesses a knockdown ratio of 6-0 at middleweight, but only Stephen Wonderboy Thompson has managed to force a stoppage from strikes in Whittaker's 24-fight career. These are 2 similar fighters in many ways, but not in how they execute their business. Whittaker's volume and movement is different to the power game of Gastelum, who has one of the best 1-2s in the business. Whittaker is a high-energy fighter whose traditional martial arts route shines through in his striking methods. He is currently the leader in strike rate amongst active middleweights, and I believe he will lean on that heavily, as it's unlikely he will be the first man to knock out Gastelum. These are 2 nailed-on exciting fighters. 7 post-fight bonuses for Whittaker, tied second in middleweight history, and 5 for Gastelum. Expect the champ to bring the pace and movement as he performs in front of his home fans. He has lasted the full 5 rounds against one of the biggest welterweights twice. Gastelum has yet to prove he can last the 25-minute distance, but then again, he never needed to. This one is for the middleweight crown.